Hey everyone, you're with Tesla Tom, and thanks so much for joining me today on my YouTube channel where I discuss Tesla, electric vehicles, and renewable energy. If this is your first time to my channel, then hello and welcome. Take a moment to hit that red subscribe button, and that way you stay informed of any new content, and it also helps my channel to grow as well. Today we are going to look at the Australian configurator for the new refreshed Tesla Model S and Model X. We're going to do that and much more right after this. Alright guys, well if you're seriously contemplating buying a new refreshed Tesla Model S and Model X, I strongly suggest you use a referral code. And of course there are thousands of referral codes out there on the internet to buy a Tesla, but of course given that this is my YouTube channel, you're welcome to use mine, which is ts.la/Thomas7208. Let's press enter. And of course, make sure you use the referral code before you purchase because it's very difficult to add it afterward. And why do I advocate using a referral code? Because you get 1,500 kilometers worth of free supercharging credit. So let's press custom order with my referral code for Model S. And here we are. And of course, if you use the referral code correctly, you will see the screen here, which entitles you to 1,500 free supercharger kilometers. Let's press design now. So there are now 3 new variants for the Tesla Model S. There is Long Range, there is Plaid, and there is Plaid Plus. Long Range starts at $129,990 with a drive-away price of $155,231. These are all in Australian dollars. Plaid starts at $174,990 and the drive-away of $216,656. And Plaid Plus, $189,990, drive-away $238,976. And we'll certainly go through each variant, of course. You might ask, why is there such a big discrepancy between the asking initial price and the driveway price? A lot of that is to do with the luxury car tax and registration fees applicable to your local state and territory. And estimated delivery for the Model S and Model X is now 2022, taking into account the new refreshed versions. Let's start with the long range version. 663 kilometers, and I believe this is probably NEDC, so a little bit overstated. Top speed of 250 kilometers an hour with the top speed of 3.2 seconds for 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, which is pretty quick already. Let's look at the Plaid version, 628, so slight drop in range because it is a performance vehicle. Top speed of 322 kilometers an hour. That is ridiculous. You're never going to reach those speeds on Sydney roads. Top acceleration, 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, 2.1 seconds. That's pretty quick. And you get 3 high-performance drive units for the Plaid. Of course, the tri-motor all-wheel drive with carbon-sleeved rotors. I believe that's to do with temperature monitoring and regulation for performance vehicles. The Plaid version, 837 kilometers. That is a huge, huge range, even if it's NEDC. It'll get you pretty much all the way to Victoria, at least, in this Plaid Plus version of Tesla Model S. You might probably have to charge once to get to Melbourne from Sydney. These are, of course, NEDC, so I'd probably subtract about 25 to 30% if you want to get the real world or WLTP range. Top speed 322 again, and 0 to 100 in 2.1 less than 2.1 seconds. That is really quick, really, really quick, on par probably with the claimed acceleration of the Tesla Roadster 2020. Let's start with the long range because that's, for me, a bit more realistic and probably more achievable if I was to ever refresh and update my Tesla Model S. Let's press next. So the pearl white multi-coat is included with the Model S long range. If you want black, midnight silver, or blue, then you're looking at an extra $2,200. If you want the red, it's $3,700 because it's a red multi-coat, so at least 3 coats. The 19-inch Tempest wheels is included with the car. If you want the 21-inch Arachnid wheels, it'll set you back an extra $5,000. I do like the 5 spokes of the Arachnid wheels. Kind of reminds me of my 2015 Tesla Model S. Let's press next. So interior, now this is really interesting. Now, we'll go through some of the interior shots right now, but on first inspection, of course, the 17-inch screen stands out in horizontal aspect now. The steering wheel has been cut in half, and I guess that's to give you more visibility of the center drive console here. There's the wireless charging pad. We'll go through that in 1 second, because you do get the all-black interior included with the standard long-range Model S. Let's have a look at some of the details here. Premium 22-speaker audio system with active noise cancelling, specifically tuned for a Tesla's ultra quiet cabin, so I wonder whether some of that noise cancelling will help cancel out some of the road noise as well, making it really quiet. Multi-device music and media over Bluetooth, it's kind of standard these days. 3 displays, including a tilting 17-inch center display. That's cool. I wonder whether that tilts all directions or just up and down. HD display in front of the driver, like I said, that sort of sets the Model S and X apart from the Model 3 and Y, where you only get the one screen. And a rear display enabling media, games, and climate control, which I'll go through as well a bit later on. Gaming computer with 10 teraflops of processing power. What is a teraflop? Not quite sure. If you know, please let me know. A wireless controller capability for gaming from any seat, so your passengers can game while you drive. That's pretty cool. Maybe when full self-driving happens one day, you can be gaming as well as you are sitting in the driver's seat. Cold weather features including heated seats for every passenger, heated steering, wiper blade defrosters, and washer nozzle heaters. I guess that's good for cold weather. And ventilated front seating, so your butt will be nice and cool on those hot days. Airwave invisible cabinet conditioning with tri-zone temperature controls. I assume that's 2 in the front, passenger and driver, and then the back as well. HEPA air filtration system prevents viruses, bacteria, and offensive odors from entering the cabin. That's a big claim for viruses, given that we're in a pandemic at the moment. Custom driver profiles with automatic easy entry and exit positions. Ambient lighting throughout the cabin. Tinted glass roof with ultraviolet and infrared protection. Lots of questions usually with Teslas about how hot it gets with the glass roof. It's good to know it's tinted. Front center console with sliding cup holders and storage. That'll be interesting to see where the cup holders are with that new console. Automatic opening and closing of the rear trunk. Auto dimming, power folding heated side mirrors. And lots of cargo space, 793 litres, including a secure front trunk. Wireless and USB-C fast charging for every passenger, and multi-device Bluetooth provide even more connectivity and convenience. I've heard that new USB-C chargers also can charge laptops, which I have found that they couldn't do in the past. So that's good to know that they are a bit more powerful now in the new Model S and X. Location-aware automatic garage door opener, that's I assume that's HomeLink, which is included. And premium connectivity for 1 year, that's kind of standard these days. You get the traffic, you get the satellite view maps, video streaming, karaoke, music streaming, the internet browser, and I think in Australia it's currently $10 a month if you want to keep that going after that 1 year trial. And if you don't like the black interior, then the white is an extra $2,900, and I'm glad to see that cream is back for an extra $2,900. Kind of reminds me again of my Model S, which has a cream interior. Has been absent for the last few years for Model S and X. And I like how the wood paneling is now extending out to the door frame as well, just like the new refreshed Model 3s. That is also present in the back as well, which I'll show you in a second. And again, if you are serious about buying the Model S or X, I suggest you add full self-driving if you want this capability after you take delivery of the car. That will negate some of the luxury car tax, although with such an expensive vehicle it probably is negligible, but nevertheless a couple of grand saving is a couple of grand saving. You do get the basic Autopilot, which is traffic aware cruise control with auto steer included with the car. So there's payment. If you want to secure your place in the queue for the Model S 2022, then you have to pay $150 as a non-refundable fee today. Otherwise, they are the details there. The one thing I do like about Tesla's pricing is that they are very transparent with their pricing, which is great. Everything is laid out very clearly. I guess some people say, well, it's not negotiable. You can't haggle the price, but I personally like the fact that everything is laid out for you. Nothing is hidden, and the price is the price, which is great. Let's have a quick look at Model X before we look at some of the interior pics. So with Model X, you only get 2 variants. You get the long range and Plaid. There's no Plaid Plus for Model X. Of course, range is a bit smaller given that it's a larger vehicle, 580 kilometers versus 660 with Model S, and top speed of 250, acceleration 3.9 seconds, which is still very quick for an SUV. So driveway price $182,000. Asking was $149,990 to start with. Delivery is also 2022. Let's look at Plaid. So Plaid is starting at $174,990, driveway 216,656. Range is dropped a little bit because it's performance as usual. Top speed 262 and 0 to 100 in 2.6. It's been chrome deleted as well. There's that black trim just like the Model S and Model 3 these days. Some more specs over here. So carbon sleeve rotors. Like I said before, it's to do with temperature regulation and maintenance for these performance vehicles. And you also get the tri-motor, so 3 high-performance drive units for the Plaid version. Exterior, you get white included as well, and same with S. If you want black, silver, or blue, it's $2,200 extra. Red is $3,700. As standard, you get the 20-inch Cyberstream wheels, and if you want 22-inch turbine wheels, which are quite nice, $6,400. So a huge jump there for those nice wheels. Interior-wise, there's also black, white, and cream for the different variants. You'll notice too that the Model X is one pane of glass basically from the front all the way to the back, and there's the visor there, so strapped to the side. That's kind of been a feature of Model X for a while now. Model S, you've still got the front headliner up there, distinguishing it from the front windshield from the glass roof, whereas Model X is one piece. What is different about Model X is that you get a carbon fiber trim as standard rather than that wood paneling. And the carbon fiber extends down here as well to that center console. 5-seat interior is included. 6-seat interior is $9,400, whereas 7-seat is $5,100. And you might ask, why is the 6-seat variant more expensive by an order of $4,300? That's because 6-seater interiors, you get the center console in that third row, which obviously costs more money than having just an extra seat there. So that's why there is a price difference. So again, Autopilot added after you take delivery to save some money. And similarly with Model S, if you want to take a place in the queue today for Model X 2022, then you'll have to pay $150 as a non-refundable deposit. So that's the configurator for Model S and X. Pretty straightforward there, which is what I like about Tesla. Let's have a look at some of the pictures of the interior in more detail. Okay, so we've got the Model S interior here, and there's that center screen, of course. There's the drive console, of course, half the steering wheel present there. There's the wireless phone charging pad right there. And now the hazard lights are now down the bottom there. And the sliding console's in the middle. There's an armrest there with, I assume, storage space inside. I wonder what this little back area here is. That'll be interesting to see. Let's go to the next image. There's a close-up of the 17-inch cinematic display with 2200 x 1300 resolution, ultra-bright true colors, exceptional responsiveness, and left-right tilt. Okay, so that's a left-right tilt, not up and down. The new center display is the best screen to watch anywhere. I wonder what that left-right tilt is getting ready for full self-driving, where, you know, if you're not driving the car, you can tilt the screen more towards you, the driver. You can entertain yourself while the car drives you. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. There is the half steering wheel, which is now present for Model S and X. Focus on driving, the ultimate focus on driving. No stalks, no shifting. Model S is the best car to drive and the best car to be driven in. So there's no more indicator stalk. You have to press, I guess, the left and right buttons here on this side of the steering wheel, as well as there's the light switch there. If you want it, the horn is now over here. I wonder if that means the horn is no longer present in the middle there. And there's a wiper button there, as well as a voice control button there. So I've seen Elon Musk's tweet where he said that the car will predict which way you want to go. If you want to, aim to go left, it'll indicate for you. If you want to go right, it'll indicate for you as well. There are certain roads, I guess, lanes in Australia and Sydney, particularly where, if you can have the option of going left or straight, or right or straight in a filter lane. How will the car know which way you're going? That'll be very interesting to see. Certainly something to look forward to when the car comes to Australia to test that out. And you'll notice too that the door open button is now very similar to what's present in Model 3, Model Y, rather than a door latch to open the door. And once you see this, you cannot unsee it. I've seen this on social media this week where people are saying the new steering wheel looks like the face of a koala. Yep. See, there's the two eyes there, nose, and there's the smiley mouth. And I wonder if that's a hint that there's a Gigafactory coming to Australia. Well, we shall see. Very, very interesting indeed. And you'll see part of the drive console there in the front, and that sort of sets the Model S and X apart from 3 and Y, where you still get this center screen in front of you there. And you'll see the speedometer is now on the right-hand side of the drive visualization, different to what's currently present, where the speedometer is on the top of the drive console. There's a bit more of an image of the drive console, confirming what I said. Speedometer things are on the right, and the visualization is in the middle. Again, looks very similar to what is currently present. You'll notice too that the center screen looks a bit more Cybertruck-esque, with the UI looking very much like what we've seen in Cybertruck prototypes. This little bit here that says 131 air quality, that's very interesting. I guess it gives you an indication of what the air quality is like inside the cabin. The HVAC or AC settings is very similar to Model 3 and Y, where you can see which way the air is blowing out. Interesting that there's a vent now right above the steering wheel. I guess with half the steering wheel gone, there's more access to that airflow. You'll notice that the image goes almost out to the edge of the screen. The bezels are a lot smaller in the new refresh screen. Also, just back on the steering wheel quickly, there's been talk on social media recently about whether this will actually pass regulations here in Australia. That will be interesting to see when it does arrive in 2022. There's a look at the back row there, and you'll see that the wood extends out to the door panels as well for the refresh Model S. Redesigned second row, seating for 3 adults with extra legroom, headroom, and a stowable armrest with integrated storage and wireless charging. So it looks like there's a wireless charging pad there in the middle for your passengers, and a nice drink holder there with storage space in the middle there as well. And a screen, of course, in the back row now to entertain your passengers, particularly if you've got children, I guess. You can play games with wireless control pads from all corners of the car, literally. And there are charging ports as well, I assume probably in the center armrest or out here under the screen. So that'll be good to see when that does come to Australia. More pics of the interior. Game from anywhere. Again, it's that 10 teraflops of processing power. That sounds like a lot of processing power, I guess. In-car gaming with today's newest consoles. Wireless controller capability lets you game from any screen, like I said. Multi-device, Bluetooth wireless and USB fast charging for every passenger with enough power for your laptop. Provide even more connectivity and convenience. And that 22 speaker 960 watt audio system with active noise cancelling offers the best listening experience at home or on the road. Yeah, so that'd be good just to dampen the road noise, which has been a bit of a criticism in the past for Tesla, where you can actually hear more of the tyre noise with that coming in through the cabin. So noise cancelling speakers, let's see if they can actually do their job. That'll be very interesting to see. Alrighty guys, well that is my breakdown of the Model S and Model X refresh, looking at the Australian configurator. Very interesting indeed to see all the different options available. It looks like you can't get delivery of a Model S or X at all in 2021, given that the earliest you can get this new refresh is 2022. So I guess if you really want a S or X, then you'll have to look at the inventory or second-hand market. Otherwise, I'm looking forward to seeing the refresh S and X come into Australia next year, and I'll certainly bring you all those details when that does happen. Alright guys, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, really appreciate that, and of course subscribe if you haven't done so already yet, and leave a comment below. What do you think of the new refreshed Model S and X? Do you like the new steering wheel? Do you like the horizontal aspects of the center screen? What don't you like about the S and X? Leave all your comments below, I'd love to hear from you. Alright guys, stay safe, until the next video, happy charging.